Hi, everyone. Sorry for the delay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the weekly reset. Sorry for a few minute delay. There was some troubles connecting. I hope everyone is going super well. It's lovely to join you again this week. And I just wanted to start off by saying, why is this kind of weekly reset useful? What is the point of taking some time out just to tune into ourselves and get clarity before the week kind of takes hold? And I think the key reason really is really about we don't take enough time. We don't take enough time to center in, and when we do center in, everything can shift. And the more we do it, the more everything shifts within our lives. And I think that's really important to remember. And so this moment isn't for rushing. This moment is just for having 20 minutes just to connect with yourself, getting some clarity, getting some understanding, and which you might want to take forward into your week, or come back to even to reflect on more. Okay, so we'd just like to start again, follow a similar format every week, and we have different journaling questions every week. So we'll go through that. So just taking a nice deep breath into the belly, nice deep breath in, holding, and then gently releasing. And again, nice deep breath into the belly, holding, and then gently releasing. And just noticing any noises around you, noticing how your body is feeling, sitting, lying, hopefully not doing anything else. But just noticing where your body's at. You might want to move your neck from side to side, just noticing any tension in the neck. We store a lot of tension in our shoulders and neck generally, so just noticing how they are today. And then we'll just go in straight through into checking with the body. So you might want to keep your eyes closed. I do recommend you can have your eyes open if that feels more comfortable for you. But if you can close your eyes and put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, and just breathing in there. Taking a deep breath into the belly, and so noticing the expansion of the right or the left hand, of the hand on the belly. Noticing that expansion and the way that your belly expands with the breath. And then just imagining the heart expanding with the breath. I know it's not as visibly or felt-wise physical, but just notice how the heart expands with the breath. And right now it's just about coming back to you and your body and understanding what your body wants to communicate with you today. So our minds are always communicating so many things, so many things with us. Like they're just communicating, and they're just like, and we don't take enough time to listen to our bodies, and our bodies have so much wisdom. So with that, I would just love you to again close your eyes, noticing the texture of your breath, or the color of your breath, or the sound of your breath. And just resting your breath as deep as you can go into the body, holding and then releasing. And just continuing with steady, deep breaths. And then starting from the top of your head, down your neck, your shoulders, your torso, your belly, down through your legs, down to your feet, noticing the right big toe, the left big toe, the left little toe, the right little toe. And coming back up, noticing the right knee, the left hip, the right hip, the texture of the belly, the stomach. How is the stomach feeling? How is your heart feeling? your shoulders, your elbows, your hands, the left little finger, the right little finger, the right thumb, the left thumb. Just noticing how it's all feeling today. We're not trying to judge it, we're just trying to observe. So just observing how the texture of your body is feeling today. Neck, behind your eyes, your chin, your ears, top of your head, the top of your tongue. Noticing and observing. And just observing any areas that are calling your attention today, any areas that are attracting your attention the most. And so go to that area of your body in your imagination. Just imagine being there and imagine sending breath to that area of your body. Nice deep breath in. So breath into the area of the body, deep breath in, holding and gently releasing. And just noticing how this area is feeling. You can describe it to yourself. It might feel tense, or it might have a particular color or a sound. And just noticing in your observation of this area whether it shifts in any way. It could get louder or quieter, it could get darker or lighter, or a bigger sound or lesser sound. It could be a whole range of things. Just noticing that, just noticing any potential shifts in that. And just taking a breath into the belly and releasing. And just noticing with this area of the body whether sometimes when we pay attention to these internal areas, they give us some information. So just noticing if any information is given to you in any sensations or images or words, just noticing any sensations. There may or may not be, but it's nice to observe and be open to them if they are. Because these parts of our body can give us information the more we tune into them. And again, taking a nice deep breath in and a breath into this area of the body and then releasing. And then just taking another deep breath in and thanking this part and thanking yourself for taking the time to tune into your body. And you might want to make some notes of anything that came up through this practice. And again, just taking out your pen and paper. So you might want to take out your journal. And we've got some journaling questions for you today. And I'll pop them in the chat and you can have a look at what that wants to give you or show you today. Okay, so the first journaling question is, what haven't I been listening to in the past week? And think about your inner and outer whispers. So what haven't I been listening to in the past week? So consider any inner whispers or outer whispers. So just taking a few moments to write anything down. Okay, so the next question is, what are the current resources I have in my life that I may have overlooked that would potentially propel me forward in my life? So I'll pop that in the chat so you can have a read. What are the current resources I have in my life that I may have overlooked that would potentially propel me forward in my life? So often there's things that when we look like we think, oh, we don't have anything to move us forward. So the question is that it's often they're there, but we just haven't seen them, we overlook them. So it's nice to revisit. So just take a moment just to think about how you can revisit what you currently have in your life that can move you forward in whatever way you want to move forward. Okay, and the final question is, if I was to create a new beginning this week, what would it be and how would I do it? So get specific with dates and times. So if I was to create a new beginning this week, what would it be and how would I do it? Get specific with dates and times. And just a note, like sometimes when we do new beginnings or start new beginnings, there's a little bit of trepidation, and sometimes getting out of your environment or changing your routine can really help with that. So really consider, if you were to create a new beginning, how you can shift your environment to really facilitate that in some way. You could go to a cafe on the other side of town. You could go to a forest and that you haven't been to in a while, and whatever, walk around. Yeah. So environment helps the change shift. Okay. So you might want to come back to those questions and really consider them throughout the week, or just finish them after this moment. So I just want you to, before we finish, just to check in with yourself again. So just shutting your eyes down if you can, one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, and just to really feel in to the texture of this moment today. It's all about texture today, obviously. It's my word for today. And just notice how your body is feeling, and the area that might have been really, that really attracted your attention is really tense. Just notice how it's feeling now after doing the journaling, after doing the noticing. And you might also notice that you might want to check in with it again and see what else it has to say for you this week. So, and just a reminder, so this isn't about doing more of these check-ins. This is about really building up a habit of listening to your own body before things pile up during the week. So, and if you want more support like this, you can contact me for my deep dive therapeutic coaching work, where we dive into the unconscious on a really deep level and go, to places that you might not expect to, will almost always never expect. So, just thinking about one thing that you want to take away from this session, and that will be it for today. So thank you so much for joining me, and I really appreciate this time together every week, and I really look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you so much, everyone, and I really wish you a beautiful week ahead. Bye.